All right, good morning, everybody. It's Work With Me Wednesday. Today, you're in for a treat. We have the Jessica Cessna going to take you through a power hour. She really needs no introduction. She's amazing. She is the selfie queen. If you see her selfies on Facebook, she's got it going on. She's one to definitely follow on social media. Her content is always on point, and I am going to, Jessica, the floor is all yours. You take as long as you need. And I'm here if you have any questions. I'm going to mute myself though, because I can become quite distracting. So let's get to it today.
Thank you, Emma. That was so nice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am so excited to be here with you guys today. So as you can see, I'm in my truck because yes, I am picking up my youngest at 12. So we might end this like maybe 2 minutes early just because I have to get my son, but I'm in the parking lot and I'm here working to make sure I'm here with you guys, but also be here for him. So when I say we work this in the nooks and crannies of our business, I mean it. I have 2 babies, so I get it. Okay, so I wanted to share a little bit about my story. So whenever I hop on a call or whenever I look forward to working, I love to hear the person's journey and I love sharing it with people because my journey is a little different than everybody else's. My journey was not fast. It is not fast. And it has been an amazing journey. And I just want to start by sharing that when I've been with a business it'll be 7 years next month. And I absolutely love this business. I am a Sapphire ambassador. Again, my name is Jess, and you guys, at the end of this, you feel free to message me with anything. I don't mind. So when I first started Plexus, I was actually with another company, another network marketing company. It was Leah Sophia. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but it was a jewelry company, and it was the inventory, it was the quotas, it was a really bad business structure. And I can say that now because they ended up going bankrupt. And I was with that company for 4 years. I was putting in a ton of work, a ton of money. And I was in my early 20s at the time. And I only did it because I thought it was fun. And then I eventually wanted it to be something, but it never amounted to it because the business structure was just not what Plexus is. So it started kind of like fizzling out, and me and my husband, we bought our first house and the company went bankrupt. We got screwed out of a lot of money. And I was like, okay, well, there's that. So then I went ahead, and at the time, me and my husband had just gotten married. We had just bought our first house and we didn't have kids. We didn't plan on having kids. And I saw my friend on Facebook. I had just gotten on a Facebook, guys. I did not like social media. When I started this, I was just getting on social media everybody was giving me a hard time that I wasn't on there. And I was like, fine, I'll hop on. Don't tag me, nothing. I'm not posting pictures. I'm not doing this. So I saw my friend, Heather, she started sharing about this pink drink. And I was like, totally skeptic. I came from a network marketing company that just went bankrupt. I was totally against supplements. I really thought that if you ate healthy and you exercised your butt off every single day and you did all the right things, then you do not need supplements. That's just a waste of money. So this was my thinking. And I messaged her and I was like, you know what? I'm really tired all the time. And I think I just need something. And I trust you. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a trial pack. So I bought a trial pack. And this was back when the original Slim was there. So on the second day of using just the Slim, I fell in love because I passed up a plate of brownies. And I tell people this all the time. My sweet tooth was through the roof. It was like no other. And I said, you know what? I need to do this and I need the best discount. I hadn't even made my first mortgage payment on our brand new house. I was working 2 jobs. And I was like, I need to do this, but you cannot tell my husband. And I just need to do this. So I bought a welcome pack. At the time I was using Slim and Accelerator, fell in love with it. When the welcome pack actually came in, I had a desk in my house And it was a desk that I had from when I was like 12 and 13 years old. And, I was like really tiny, and the drawers were like, they didn't have the handles. So I stuck it in there, and I hid it from him for a while. So I never told him about it for like 3 weeks. And then eventually I told him about it after I had gotten my first paycheck. So I told him, I was like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I have some friends who are joining me, and I actually made a paycheck. So at this point, he's like, oh gosh, what are you doing now? What are you into? So I went silver in 3 weeks just by sharing with some people. 6 months later, I went gold. And then a year later, after working the business consistently and being pregnant with my first son, I was able to leave both of my jobs. And I have been doing this full time for 5 years now, staying at home with both of my boys. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I cannot say enough how much I love this business. We've been able to buy our dream home. I put my kids in private school, and I'm obsessed with it. Last year, our and Sapphire. So I can't sum up 7 years of craziness and happiness and all the things in 5 minutes. So I can't stress enough how much I absolutely love this. And some things I wanted to share with you guys on my biggest tips with this business is, one is consistency. People are going to take you serious when you show up every single day. I'm not telling you that you have to show up and go work 8 hours in an office, but I am telling you that if you post and share and tell people like, I'm here till the very end, I'm a Plexus lifer, and you are here every single day and taking your products, being a product of the product, and they will take you serious and they will follow you. I can say that for a fact, that I still have people following me because it's not something that I'm just doing here and there. I'm consistent, and I absolutely love it. So if you guys are not being consistent, I definitely encourage you being consistent with sharing, taking your products, because I mean, that's just rule number one, I think. And then just consistently sharing with your friends and family, telling them, this is what I'm doing. I'm here forever. And then some things I really like to focus on with our team that we have, that I'm really proud of, and it's taken me a few years to actually implement, was systems. And I can tell you guys, if it's not simple, I don't do it. Like food, grocery pickup. If I have to go to the grocery store, I'm not going to do it. But if I can go to grocery pickup the next day, I'm definitely going to do it. Just like that. We all need simplicity, and the systems that we implement in our team are absolutely simple and really awesome. So things like group chats. I absolutely love our group chats. We have group chats with like all of my leaders. And if you are silver and above, I have them in a chat. And then once they go silver, they start their own chats. I absolutely love making sure that when somebody becomes silver, they are stepping up as their own leader, and using that as a community for them to share every day with being consistent with their products, and inspiring them to really step up their game and move on to the next level. And then let's see. Next thing is, if you guys aren't using voice messages, I highly recommend you start using voice messages. I absolutely love that. Whenever I have somebody message me, I just say, hey, is it okay if I send you some voice messages? And it connects us on a whole nother level. With my team, they know anytime they have a question, I like to thoroughly explain. I do not like writing novels. Most of the time I'm in my car working, and I always have my kids. So using a voice message is huge for us. I absolutely use that about 95% of the time with my business. Okay, so I have a list here of things that I wanted to do with you guys. And so let's go ahead and get to work. So one thing that I'm huge on is making lists. If you guys aren't doing this, make sure you have like a list each day, or something that you can look back on and say, okay, today I'm going to get this done. If you have it planned out, I can guarantee you're probably going to accomplish that more and be more consistent with it throughout the week. So every single day, I will make a list. And I will tell you what my week kind of looks like. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do this thing with my team where I will send in we call it the Goal Crushers team chat. And it is my silvers and above. So if you're silver, you have a team. So I like to make sure that they are getting their perks. I know not everybody does it. So since I do this full time, me as a Jewel, I like to make sure that I do this for my team. We do the perks report. So in the chat every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will send a little policeman emoji and it'll say perks police. And I am huge on perks. I will come knocking on your door if you are losing your perks. And my team knows it. And we celebrate whenever we are able to save people's perks. So I will do perks for my entire team. And I will say, this person is losing this amount of perks, and here is the sponsor. Yes, I call my team out because I'm holding them accountable, just like they hold me accountable, amount of perks, and this is the sponsor. And they all know when they see that little police emoji that it's the perks police. So it's fun. And so whenever somebody saves somebody, they'll come back and say, hey, I saved Jess from losing this amount of perks. And we will will say this is how we fix it. They need to turn their subscription back on or whatever it may be. So I always make sure to send like a message saying this is how you can do it. Here's some suggestions. This is what they need to do. So that 10 to 15 minutes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday really is huge for our team. I can't tell you how many people do not realize that they are losing perks. They don't even know they have perks. They don't know what perks are, and they don't know how to redeem it. So I always send a message. So that is something that you guys want to do real quick, is go into your perks report. If you guys don't know what it is, or if you're not implementing it yet, you want to log in, and under in your dashboard, it's under my business. It shows you my perks report. So real quick, go in there, and I want you to look through your perks, and it will show you like so-and-so's name. I wish I had my computer on me, but I don't. But so-and-so's name is going to lose X amount of perks, and they have this many days. So if you guys go ahead, take seriously 5 minutes to go through your perks report and see who is going to lose perks. And I can guarantee that if you help somebody save $50 in perks, 500 perks, whatever, they are going to appreciate it. And if you show them how to fix it, if you send them a YouTube video, if you send them instructions, if you send them a voice message, whatever it may be, they're going to appreciate that. And I can tell you, honestly, it makes my day. So go ahead and take 5 minutes and go through your perks report really quick. And I'm going to do mine real quick.
Zoom really needs to implement some sort of like music radio station or something.
We need some elevator music. Okay, guys. So go ahead and finish up your perks. I know not everybody has, maybe you're new in your perks report, but that is something that you make a difference whenever you help somebody keep their subscription on, getting them free stuff. Like, I can't tell you how excited I get whenever I have 500 perks and I can buy collagen for free. I still get really excited about all the free stuff that I can get. And whenever I tell somebody brand new, I'm like, hey, you have 360 perks. You can go get a bottle of BioCleanse for free. And they're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Is this real? Is this a scam? And I'm like, no, it's just Plexus. So perks report. I do them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do a little perks or police guy in my chats. So it's something that you can use. I highly recommend it. And then following up is huge. I always try to make sure that every Friday I send a message into my groups saying happy follow-up Friday. Today, I want you to follow up with this person and this person, your new people. Go back to your people from last month and make sure that they are doing well. Some things whenever I am following up is I will, like, for example, I'll look at everybody who joined me last month. And whenever somebody joins, I make sure that they have a really good schedule. So I give them the little graphics for the schedule on how to use their products, but I will also send voice messages and give them instructions like how to mix their slim, making sure it's dissolved, making sure that the ice is added after it's dissolved. And then I recommend this and I simplify it. So if I say, try the Slim and Active separate and add them later on. So things like that, check in with those people. I am huge with customer care. I like to make sure that my team doesn't just add anybody. I mean, you guys probably know, like, you don't just add somebody, help them with the products, and then they disappear. Like, they're with you forever. And I promise you, whenever you invest in them and you really take the time and effort to really work with them, they're gonna stick around. They're gonna be a Plexus lifer. So what I want you to do is go back to the people, like last month, and maybe anybody who has joined you this month, go back to them, check in with them, follow up today, see how they're doing. Are they taking in enough water? Are they being consistent with their products? Are they, is there any questions that they have? Are they plugged into anything that you have going on this week with your team? We have a Steal the Deal happening for our team on Sunday. So all of my new girls from last month, I'm going to go back and follow up with them and say, hey, this is what Steal the Deal is. This is what you can look forward to. This is who you can invite. All these things. So take a moment and just write down their names and then send them a voice message. Just check in with them, and I can guarantee they're going to love hearing your voice. And if you smile, guys, if you smile with your voice messages, it is so contagious and it's going to brighten up their day. So go send some voice messages really quick, follow up, check in with your people, and take good care of them. We'll take a few minutes to do this real quick. Okay, so if you're finished, we'll come back. And if you're not finished, write down those names. I'm huge with writing down every single thing. So that leads me into, I want you guys to get in the habit of, if you're not doing this already, my team knows this, they're probably tired of hearing me say it. So if you don't have a planner, I highly recommend you get a planner. It can be like a little small one that has just even the month. It doesn't have to be like each day, but just the whole month that you can look at. And at the end of every single day, start writing down your points, where you are. I can go back 2 years and tell you that on the 6th day of October, I was at X amount of points. And this is huge with trying to figure out how far you've come and breaking down your points every day. So if you're going for a certain rank, this is huge. So for example, I have a girl who tried to go gold last month. She was super close, but she didn't make it, and that's okay. But this month we can move forward. So what I always do is have them write down their points at the end of every single day. And I have a chart for every single rank. If you guys don't have that, I can always send them to you. But there's a road to gold, road to ruby, whatever it may be, and that whatever that specific rank is, and it has a breakdown of what your points should be at the end of each day. So in these graphics that I have, they are based off of a 28-day, but basically what it is, it's taking the amount of points that you need. Like for example, gold is 100 points, so you would just break that up however many days are in the month. So we have 31 days in this month, so I would take 100 and divide it by the 31 days, and that would give us, I don't even know what it is, or like what, 14 points, or I don't even know. But it would break up however many points that you would need for each day. So like today she would need X amount of points. So what I have them do is write that down. And so if she is short of that, I say, okay, well, let's figure out how we can make sure we get our points up for today or tomorrow over the next few days. Or if she's over that, I'd say, great, congratulations. So what is something that we can continue working on? What is something that is working for you? So I think the points each day are huge. And that is something that when we were going for like Sapphire and Emerald last year, those were huge. I paid attention to those every single day. If I was behind, then we would figure out a way to get those points to move for the day. And I think that was something that Janina had said on a call one time, and that stuck with me as well, and I loved it. So this is something I've implemented into my business every day. So if you guys aren't doing that, make sure you're logging into your back office and checking them in the morning and then writing them down at night and seeing how much you have moved. So if you guys haven't done that, go ahead and do that. Check your back office. And then whenever you have somebody join, what I always do is say, if you have somebody join you today's the 6th. So I want you to go to your calendar for the month of November and write down, my friend Jess joined me on this day. Write down her subscription day and remember to follow up with her. Of course, you're going to be following up with her, the entire time before that, but you want to make sure that you are reminding her of her subscription, because we all know we join and life happens. We get busy, and you want to make sure that when their subscription is coming out and you are following up with them, because nobody likes when their subscription comes out and they don't like it. And we get that hard message of, oh my gosh, I didn't know my subscription was coming today. I totally forgot, and I forgot to write it down. So that relieves that conversation and that problem and any hard feelings that they have or you have with them, and write it down. So if you guys haven't done that, take a second to go back and write down who joined last month and write down when their subscription is, and making sure that, of course, when you're doing your perks, that their subscription stays on and at 100 PV. So take a moment and to do that really quick. Okay. Now I want you to think about something that I like to do is if you have somebody who hasn't committed yet, maybe you've had conversations in the past or they've messaged you, never gotten back to you. Something that I really like to do that I always tell my team is to send something to give them to look at that resonates with them. So say they have posted something about they have thyroid issues and they're going through a lot of issues with that. They've been posting about it on Facebook or putting it in their stories. Something like that always sits with me. And it always, honestly, like I lose sleep over it whenever I see somebody struggling, but I know that we have something that can truly help them. What I will do personally is we have a testimonies page, and what I like to do is I'll message them and say, hey Jess, I saw your post the other day, or I saw in your stories, and I just thought I had to reach out to you. I'm not trying to sell you something, but I do have something I think that you would really like to see or hear. So what I will do is I will find a specific testimony or video and I will send it to them and say, hey, listen, I think this is something that could really help you. I want you to pay attention to this testimony, or I want you to watch this video, whatever resource that you have. Resources are huge for me and my team. If you watch Bob Hylick, you listen to him at all, always use resources. You do not have to be the expert, and allow those to do the talking for you. That was a huge thing for me when I was growing into becoming Jewel and Sapphire, was just using resources rather than just following up and having nothing to use. So I like to send a video personally and say, hey, I saw this and I thought of you. And that's something that they're going to really appreciate, is that you thought of them and you're paying attention to what's going on in their life. And like personally, whenever I like to send something, I'll send a testimony from our Health and Happiness VIP lounge, or even from the Plexus YouTube channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to that yet, they have a ton of great resources and videos there. So I want you to real quick write down somebody's name that they haven't committed yet, and you have to follow up with them. And I want you to write down a testimony or something that they're struggling with: energy, thyroid, weight loss, whatever it may be. And then I want you to later on send them a message and say, hey, I was thinking about you. I saw your post. It resonated with me. And I wanted you to pay attention to this, or I wanted you to watch this, whatever it may be. Take a second and do that really quick. Okay, so far we have gone over little systems, making sure that we follow up. We do our perk reports, we do our goal mapping, and writing down our points every day, plugging in your teams to what's going on each week, and then making sure that you are checking in with your new people, knowing when their subscription goes through, and your daily points. So I've pretty much done what I normally do each day or every other day. So now I think I'm going to open it up to any questions, or is there anything anybody wants to talk about?
Don't be shy.
Thank you.
Hey, Jess, can you send
Hey.
that graphic you were talking about?
Yeah.
The one to Senior Gold.
The
Because I'm
Yes,
gold.
I
need
will.
Senior Gold. I think you
Okay,
can
yes, absolutely. So what
send
I
it
will
on
do, and
IG.
okay, yeah. What I'll do is I'll put it in the page where I announced this, and I will drop it in the comments. That way everybody has it. I will make, and I will send that the rank to, like, I will send the road to silver or to gold and senior gold and ruby, all of those. I have all of those. They're old school, but they are good. I've had them for 7 years, but I will make sure I send those over to you guys.
Thanks, dear.
You're welcome. Let's see. Yes, I can find one for senior silver. Yep, all of them. Okay, so a message that I send to everybody about their perk points. So I personally will send a typed up message to my team for them to use, but I again encourage voice messages. And I will, like, perfect example, the other day I had a girl losing 850 perks. She had no idea. I mean, and she's plugged in. She just had no idea that she was going to be losing $85 in free stuff. When I told her that, she was like, $85. I was like, yeah, if you give them that dollar amount, it sounds crazy good. So I was like, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but you're about to lose 850 perk points, which is $85 in free credits that you've earned for being consistent. I do not want to see that happen, and I'm sure you don't want to see that happen. Let me know whenever you have a second to hop on the computer so we can fix it. You do not have to order today, tomorrow, this month, or even next month if you don't need anything. However, it is really simple and easy, and I can help you fix it. So I let them know they're losing X amount of money, which is huge. I mean, us as mamas and women, we don't like to lose any money personally. I like free stuff. I tell them they have a time frame, like, okay, we have to do this by the end of today, or we have to do this tomorrow. Give them that time frame. Find a time that works for them, and make sure that we hold them accountable. Like, if I have to do it by the end of today, I'm like, hey, when do you get off of work? We can do it. And if you have a really great relationship with them, I personally say, hey, I know you're tied up today. Maybe they're a nurse, maybe they're a surgeon, whatever. I have people who do surgery on my team. So sometimes they are in surgery for 16, 18 hours. Yes, I will put like the wording in that post, in the Pink Life, in that post. I will put it in there for you guys and what I say. What was I saying? Oh, you're welcome. And then yeah, so sometimes if I have a great relationship with them, I'll say, hey, I can do it for you, because I'm telling you guys, I lose sleep over people losing their perk points. I do not like it. My team knows it. It's very important to me. I will come knocking on their door if they're losing perks. So I will do it for them if I have to. I've done it for a few people. And honestly, that's great customer care. People really appreciate it. Like, I do have, like, my mom is a senior gold, and she has a lot of people who are not great with computers and technology. So sometimes whenever my kids are at school and I have time and I can log into their back office and say, here, this is what I did. This is how I fixed it. This is your next subscription. And this is when it's coming again. I sometimes I'll do it for them. And I can't tell you enough. It makes their day. They appreciate it so much. You've saved their perks. You established, that check-in, that relationship with them, and they appreciate it. It's just the little things like that. But yeah, I'm going to send over, I'm making a list real quick. Yes, Facebook group. Yep. I'm going to put it in that chat in the Facebook group, the graphics, road to, and message. Okay. Some other questions?
Yeah, so if you're not a part of our Pink Life tribe. I dropped a link in there. Just join us real quick, and you can go to the events tab, and you can find all this stuff that Jessica is going to drop in there for us.
Yes.
Any other questions before we drop it like it's hot? Going once, going twice. Well, Jessica, thank you very much for taking the time today to teach us your ways and wisdom. And I just want to encourage each of you guys to spread the word. And I'm going to open this up. If any of you guys run your own team pages, or if any of you guys do your own power hours once a week, you are welcome to combine them with us. We schedule Jules and very successful people, or people who are moving up very quickly, every week. It's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And so my thing is why reinvent the wheel? If everybody's doing a power hour, let's all join together. We're joining together with a very powerhouse team starting next week. I can't wait to announce that. But we have the capability to host now up to 500. And so I would love to have to increase that up to 1,000. This is for Valerie. Ooh, that's a beautiful name. I wish I knew how to say it in my country. Valeria, is that how you say that? Anyway, I lost train of thought. Y'all, ADD is real. But yes, this is open to everyone. We want you to invite your teams here. Let's all do this together. Let's grow together. And listen, sometimes, yes, Jessica brought it today, very good information. Sometimes people do the same things. You may hear some, like, I'm not saying today, Jessica, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, in the past, some people may hit something, but guys, there's a reason these people hit these points. It's because they work. And so take the time to understand these things and practice these things. And I promise, I always say this, don't try to make this any harder than what it is. It's actually very simple if you learn the key elements to it. And if somebody, I promise, there's a reason Celeste Gwen is so successful, is she figured it out early. And so everything is trickled down. And so don't try to reinvent the way to be successful if these people are already having success. Does that make any sense? Like, do the things these people like Jessica, like Janina, Katie Ciccarelli, Celeste, Emily Roberts, Jessica Ruckle, all those people are doing, and you will find success. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. Thank you guys for being here. We love y'all. This Zoom recording will be up in a while, and you can share this with your teams. Tell them to watch it. Tell them to do it. If you don't, you're going to knock on their door and ask them why they didn't. Work with me Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Thank you, Jessica. Once again, thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a great week.